as 21st of Fall, 2025. So we have a song topic that says pen first church. Okay. So that's supposed to be seeing out 5 steps how to bring a wonderful change in your life. So the first one is stand up over rules. Number 2 is pen is first church. And the last one, obsession wins. Okay, so we are trying to look at as our last week. Okay, 5 steps to go from average to fortune. That's what we're trying to look at. Okay. Okay, so and I'll have to do some revision here. So the first one we looked at was standard over goals. So we said that goals are wishes and dreams with a deadline. So you have to place standard processes, rules on your goals. This is what goals demand. If you put up a goal, I told you that if you are just thinking, you have dream, it's fine. Since dream is free, dream doesn't come with sacrifice. You don't have to pay anything to dream. Then dream big as possible. Let your dreams scale you. But once you put a date, a deadline on your dreams, it becomes a goal. So if you say by this time, 3 months, by this time next year, 12 months from now, 3 years from now, 100 years from now, this is what I want to do. Now you put time on that your dream. Once you put time, it becomes a goal. So now, for that goal to be a reality, you must put up some processes, some method, some standard on my vision to my goal. I don't want to be distracted. This is what I'm going to do. Integrity must be my watchword. Study, learning. You must put certain things in line that will actually, of course, make those your goals a reality. So dreams are already in your head. The dreams are in your head, but when you put them on down with a deadline, with a goal, put standard on it, that you move from your head to your bloodstream. So average people write goals on January and then forget them in February. Winners set standards on their goals so high that falling short is not even an option. So most of us that are entrepreneurs, those of us that are investors, that are business people, so you want to succeed faster, put standard on your goal, which will take a form from your identity, because your identity determines the kind of standard you put on your goals. If you have identity crisis, you will not put standard on your goals. You tolerate everything that comes your way, and it becomes a challenge to fulfill your purpose in life, because don't tolerate average or excuses, because this will actually sabotage, of course, distract you from your goals. So if you are still being broke, tired, accept poverty, you always be stuck in life. And of course, you are sending these goals because of your poor standards on yourself, what I call identity crisis. So a true identity has to do with 3 things that I always tell us. A true identity, number 1, has to do with self concept. That is the way you see yourself, the way you think about yourself. And then we have self-image, the way you actually see yourself. And of course, self-worth, the self-esteem. The self-esteem is the way you estimate yourself, the way you worth yourself. Okay, so the value you place on yourself. So this is the right you must, because people will never treat you better than the way you see and think about yourself. Sometimes I call it attitude, the way you think and see about yourself. So when you decide that you're not going to tolerate anything less than excellent, then you will find your way to be resourceful, to be creative, to take the steps, no matter the condition, no matter the challenges. So goals and standards will create pressure on you. Of course, pressure creates diamond. As an entrepreneur, diamond must pass through pressure. Gold must pass through fire. So setting standards on your goals is very important. So stop setting small goals, start setting big goals, big with standard, aim for better, and don't just stop aiming for better, start demanding for the best. Stop waiting for the perfect time to feel motivated, because standards are not depending on your feelings. So you need to stand up and take that action. So average people negotiate with their standard. Winners enforce them. Average people make excuses. Winners demand, of course, for their time, for their energy, for whatever they want. So Average people leave the lowers the bars when it feel hard, while winners raise the bar when it feel hard. So accepting less from yourself, you watch your world shrink. If you demand more from yourself, you watch your world expand and enlarge. So we discussed that. We went to the second one, which we discussed, pain first change. And we start telling us that pain first change, real lasting permanent change comes from pain. There's no need to dodge it, because passing through a process to become the ultimate version of yourself would definitely not going to be an easy task. For you to remain focused is not going to be an easy task. You don't need to push pains will make you to understand that will shut out those excuses from you, because discipline is not easy. Discipline is a capacity to use your mind, control your body, do what you say you will do, whether you feel like it or not. So if you want to give excuses for your current change, you become average, because average will avoid pains like plague. They distract themselves by spending time on Netflix, social media, gossiping, watching television. They don't want to pass through the pressure. They want to pass through the process, because the process is not going to be easy. So winners actually run straight to grab their pains and take the action. They discipline themselves, because there are two pains in life actually: pain of discipline and pain of course, of regret. So if you don't discipline yourself, you regret. If you discipline yourself, you will not regret. So passing through a long-lasting change will come through some level of pain. That led us to action beats perfection. So we discussed this last week, and we told us that action beats perfection, and the truth is that it will make you to become unstoppable. So having wonderful dreams and never act on them is like it's a nightmare. So perfectionist, perfect procrastinating and waiting for perfect time to feel confident, to have the right resources. These things will never come. That's the truth about that. So if you want fortune, you need massive action in the right direction. Fortune rewards the doers and not the dreamers. The world pays executions and encourage people that take actions. So if you keep waiting, nobody will pay you. Nobody cares about your plans until you take actions with them. Nobody reward a person who have good ideas. They reward the person who take action with his ideas. The faster you move, the faster you learn. The faster you fail, the faster you can adapt. The faster you adapt, the faster you can dominate. So movement create momentum. Momentum create mastery. Perfection is a procrastination dressed up in a fancy suit. We discussed this last week, and then we went to talk about every time you move with your dreams, with your goals, of course, you shrink your fear. Every time you act, you grow your power. So success leave patterns. Success, of course, leave clues. And find a wealthy person who is moving in the direction of your interest. Copy their habits, copy their discipline, copy their ethics, because the world belongs to the movers and not the thinkers and planners without action. So the battlefield belongs to the person that is bold enough to take action. So as an entrepreneur, we discussed, that's where we stopped last week. So let's see, that's where we stopped last week. Okay, so I need to give few statements. Just okay, we have discussed that. Find the best person in the field you are interested in. Watch how he shows up, how he recovers from setback, how he prepares, his ethics, discipline, focus, and commitment. So today we'll start from here. Success. Okay, we already done so many things about success, leave clues, but let's just do some things about it anyway. Let's just continue from here. Success, leave clues, and then we'll go to the last one today. Obsession always wins, which is where I'm going to actually. So write on your note, success, leave clues. Let's take some good notes there, and then because you must participate in your process of transformation. If you don't participate, you cannot be transformed, you'll be reformed. Because if without process, okay, you cannot sustain results, you cannot sustain outcomes. The discipline you form in the process helps you sustain outcomes and results. So writing is one of the best things you can do for yourself, because the weakest ink is stronger than the strongest memory. And each time you write, your hand is involved, your eyes involved, your brain, every part of your body is involved. So it's one of the best ways to transform anybody at all. Even your life to become better, stronger, best, ultimate version of yourself. So write this down on your notes. Success is not a random act. Success is not a random act. No, it's not. Full stop. Success is not a random act. Full stop. So success is not a random act. So you cannot just act randomly and say you want to become successful. Never like that. You cannot. Write down. Success is engineered and is predictable, because he leaves clues. He always leaves clues. Success is engineered. Success is engineered. Okay? And it's predictable, because success always leaves clues. So if you want to be successful, it's not trial by error. It's not coupon. It's not Niger bait. It's not just trying anything. No. Success is engineered, is structured, engineered. There's a process of events that will take place, sequential arrangement of events that will give you the desired result. Success is engineered and it's predictable because success always leaves clues. It always leaves clues. Always leave clues. Success. Always. So you don't need to use yourself as a guinea pig to make all the mistakes. As an entrepreneur, find someone who is doing well in your area of interest. Humble yourself. Don't let pride stop you from learning. Humble yourself to learn. There are two ways to get mentorship. Either you pay money or you serve. Either way is fine. So success is always engineered and it's predicted because success always leaves clues. So if you model success properly, you don't need another 5 years of failure, trying and failing anymore, trying to figure it out by yourself. Nevertheless, write this down. You know, very important. You need humility. You need humility. You need humility about the direction that leads to your financial success. You need humility about the direction that leads to your financial success, spiritual success, emotional success. You need humility to learn from people that are doing well in that direction of your financial success, your emotional success, spiritual success. So there's nothing about, I'm too proud to learn. Nobody can teach me. Nobody knows it all. Nobody's embodiment of knowledge. See, every day we learn. The day you stop learning, you start dying. There's no two ways about it. So if you're in the company of successful people, people with high standard, with high energy, smarter, stronger than you, of course, your world will level up because the world will tell you that you are the average of 5 of your friends. And of course, you work with 5 wealthy people, you become the next 6 wealthy person. Work with 5 foolish people, you become the next foolish individual. Work with 5 poor people. Someone said, did not count well, it's not 5 from day one, it was actually 6. And the truth of the matter, you become the next person, you become the same person in the next 5 years, except for the books you read and the people you associate yourself with. So you don't like your current condition right now, change people you associate with, change the books you read. These two things will make you become a different person in the next 5 years. So write down your note, very important. If you're always with smart, stronger people, if you're always with smart and strong people, if you're always with smart people, strong people, then you will notice that your life will level up. Your life will level up. You're always with smart people, strong people, you will notice that your life will level up. You're always with weak people, poor people, broke people, your life will go down. That's what it simply means. So always be, if you're the smartest person in a room, you're in the wrong room already. That's the truth about it. You're always smart people, strong-willed people, creators. Okay, your life will level up. You're always people that always tell you things like this. That that poor people always work for money. Poor people, they work for their money. They work. They always exchange their time, energy for money. That's what it means. Exchange their time, energy, of course, effort for money. And people, the average people, they always, of course, leverage on their thinking capacity. Or let me just say, rich people. Let me put it like that. Let me do like this so it can make sense a lot. They think, of course, use their mouth to communicate. Use their mouth to communicate to make money. But wealthy people, they don't just think alone. They create. They use their mind. They use their mind to create. So they create, they communicate. So imagine that you will never even desire to exchange. Let me not use this one. Let me use, I don't want to use the word work. Let me use the word people pay for their time. Let me put that they sell their time. Sell their time. I think it's better for me. Sell their time, energy, sell their effort. So you will not even they sell their time, energy, effort. So that's what they do. People that sell their time, of course, it's called workshop. You will never want to sell your time anymore. You always want to see how you can buy people's time. Wealthy people will buy people's time. Poor people sell their time. So one is selling, one is buying. I told you the game of life. One is a player and one is a pawn. If you understand this game of life, understand leverage, understand the language of money. Money will rather work for you. You will no longer work for money. Money must work for you. Say amen. Amen. Touch yourself, say I'm a success. Touch yourself, I'm a millionaire. That's who you are. No matter what someone says about you, that person is lying to you. You're a wealthy person. Just that you need time, because a poor man is an untrained wealthy man. That means if he attend training, receive knowledge, expose himself to the right information, it will manifest, because the default, God did not send you here by mistake. God divinely, intentionally, deliberately send you here with giftings, ideas, talents, creativity. All you need to do is to discover, develop, and deploy. You see your life working. So success leaves clues all the time. So find people with higher energy, find people that are moving, creators, find people that are moving in the direction of your interest, based on the same feather flocks together. There's no need to, when you're moving forward, you can't be looking backward at the same time. you fall inside the gutter. It's not going to work for you. So you have to find people that are going to be positive, encouraging you, pushing you to become better every day. That's what you actually need. So stretch yourself by setting excellent standard, because success always leaves fingerprints and patterns. So find the patterns. When there is a will, there is a way. So don't make emotions and feelings your obsessions or your motivation. Rather, make mastery. Write this down. You know that is very, very important. Don't mix emotions and feelings your obsessions. Don't mix emotions and feelings your obsessions. Don't mix emotions and feelings your obsession. Rather, make mastery, relentless learning. Don't mix emotions and feelings your obsession. Some will say, I don't feel like, I'm not motivated. No. These are temporary things. Emotions and feelings are temporary. Don't make decisions based on temporary things. You make some based on vision, goals. So don't mix emotions and feelings your obsessions or motivation. Rather, make mastery, relentless learning, copying success pattern, upgrading your models and standard your obsessions. Don't mix emotions and feelings your obsessions. Don't make it. Rather, make mastery, relentless learning, copying success pattern, upgrading your model and standard your obsession. So that's how it works. If that leads me to the last one for today. Obsession always win. Obsession always win. So success, I'll come back again. I said don't make emotions and feelings your obsession or motivation. Rather, make mastery, make mastery, relentless learning, copying success pattern. Find the clues, success pattern, upgrading your model and standard your obsession. So if I decide to cut down my learning curves and do what I call compressed activities, I should find someone who is doing well in area I'm interested in, either poultry farming, cement production, cloth production, whatever I'm thinking, carpentry. Submit myself to understand his success pattern, his ethics, his discipline, his how he showed up, how he handles rejections, how he handles loss, how he handles things. And I copy those patterns because I told you we are social creatures. Human beings copy faster what he sees. So because if you keep seeing the wrong thing, it will impress on your subconscious mind. Remember, whatever you impress on your subconscious mind will express himself on the physical body for you. So whatever you are experiencing right now is a true reflection of what I've been impressing, putting in your subconscious mind. So the level of standard of your financial life, emotional life, relational life, any part of your life, right now you are experiencing is truly a reflection of who you are. Because see, success are subjectives. So you cannot be wealthy than the way you are on the inside, because wealth does not exceed personal development. What did I say? Wealth does not exceed personal development. So the level you grow yourself going to manifest in your day-to-day life. So let's write this one down to round up today's class. Obsession always win. The first thing you must write is that obsession is a fuel that turns ordinary action into extraordinary result. Obsession is the fuel that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Obsession is a fuel. Obsession is a fuel that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Full stop. Obsession is a fuel that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Obsession is a price you pay for greatness. Nobody became great in life without not being obsessed about what he's doing. Name all the footballers. Messi, Ronaldo, they all obsessed with it. Name all the champions. Nelson Mandela, obsession with it. Name all Dangote, obsession. Mark Zuckerberg, obsession. Bill Gates, obsession. Name every great man you see. Samson, name it. David, name it. Oyedepo, Kumuyi, Adeboye, Chris Ayakilomi. All of them you see. All the great men of God, obsession. Everybody that become a champion in a field, obsession. Thomas Edison, obsession. They say, if I don't put up light in electric bulb, I need the rest. So you work on it every day. And people laugh at him. In fact, obsession will make you not to recognize distraction. Obsession will make you not to recognize any voice. In fact, the more people laugh at you, the more your energy even increase. So obsession is very good because you need to find something to stand for. If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. Tell your neighbor, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. Tell your neighbor, find something to stand for. So you see, if you find mentors who are already creating, of course, it's going to rewrote the rules of excellence in your mind. Obsession, you're going to be obsession of reading books in the area of your interest, attending seminars and coachings and interview. So this thing about obsession is very important because it will make you to live the realm of hope. I hope that my life will change. By God's grace, my life will change. So obsession make you become responsible for making your life what it is, because hope does not create empire. Average will never builds, average never give you fulfillment. So hope doesn't create empire. So you must find something to be obsessed, because obsession is not a choice. It is a way of life. You want to be obsessed with something, you don't have to have any choice about it. It's either you win or you win. If you're not obsessed about something, you can't build a monument, you can't build a dynasty. If you're waiting to be, in fact, you'll be distracted with so many dramas, wasting time and energy with things that doesn't matter because you don't find something to channel your energy to. So channel your energy to, you want to turn your move from average to fortune. You want to move from average to fortune, you must find an industry. You must find a field. You must find something to be obsessed with, because if you don't do like that, distractions will always come. Things will waste your time and energy will always come. Things that doesn't matter will consume all your effort. See, when you obsess about mission, it will be clear that noise. Okay, it will be clear because noise will disappear, excuses will melt away, and you will not even recognize that what we are saying is not possible. It's not. It suddenly doesn't make sense to you. If I write this on your note, when you're obsessed about a mission, excuses will melt away and noise will disappear. When you're obsessed about a mission, about a calling, assignment, a purpose, when you're obsessed about a mission, when you're obsessed about a purpose, when you're obsessed about a mission, calling, what will happen is that excuses will melt away and noise will disappear. When you're obsessed about a mission, excuses will melt away and noise will do what? Disappear. All those noise that comes to tell you, oh, it's not my fault, oh, somebody just distracted me. All those excuses you give. I don't have time. I don't have money. Things are not working for me. Government is not helping us. All those excuses will melt away. When you're obsessed about a mission, a purpose, an assignment, a calling over your life, excuses will melt away and all the noise will disappear. But you're not obsessed about something, okay, everything is an excuse. Everything, you give an excuse. Why are you not waking up this morning? Okay, yesterday was bad. Someone anointed me yesterday. Why are you giving out on your poultry farming? I don't have money. Nobody is supporting me. This and that. Because you're not. In fact, you were never committed in the first place. Because when you're committed, you will do whatever it takes to succeed. See, I told you last week, I told you 3 levels of commitment. How many levels of commitment? I told you 3 levels of commitment. 3 levels of commitment last week. 3 levels of commitment last week. I told you the first level of commitment is that I will try. Tell me, I will try. People that tell you this are all poor people. Number 2, I will do my best. I will do what? I will do my best. I will do my best. People that tell you these things are average people. Tell me, average. Wealthy people will tell you, I will do whatever it takes. What do you say? I will do whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes. So that's how a wealthy man talks. That's how rich people, wealthy people talk. So when time is somebody telling you, I tried, but he doesn't want to do that thing. Trying is the excuse in advance. Because when you meet him tomorrow, you say, I tried. If you do whatever it takes, when there is a will, there is a way. Purpose will always proceed, of course, provision. I mean, vision will always proceed provision. So you cannot tell me you want provision without vision. So we have a vision that is clear, not provision will show. So not that you will try to become successful, you will try to become a wealthy person, not that you will try to become a man of impact. No, you will not just try alone. You will not just do your best. You will do whatever it takes. Okay, man, I'll tell you something. Is Messi even trying? He's not trying. He's doing whatever it takes. Ronaldo, is he trying? No, he's doing whatever it takes. Dangote, is he trying? No, he's doing whatever it takes. Man, he's doing whatever it takes. I say, no great man try. You know, even all those great men you read in the Bible, they do whatever it takes. They know they just, Gideon was hiding one day from Midianite. And they say, oh, you great man of valor, you mighty man. The guy went and do whatever it takes. He collected men, passed them through process. He said, go and drink water. Anybody that drink water like this, relax. He kick you out of the team. Those that drink water in a haste, no, he take come. 300 men. defeated all their enemies. So what am I trying to say? You don't come to this life to try. You don't come to this life to do your best. You do whatever it takes as an entrepreneur, because there will be challenges, there will be potholes, there will be gallops on the way, and it can be these gallops are all stepping stones for your greatness. Failure is part of the process. So until you are obsessed about something, forget about it, because you always give excuse. You have to become hard like diamond that passes through fire. You have to become strong and shine like gold. Diamond must pass through pressure that pass through fire. Gold must pass through fire. You become a bulletproof person when you are obsessed about something, of adding value to your generation, creating value in forms of product or services, improving the quality of lives around you. When your mission is clear, I'm in this world that anyone that meets me will never leave me the same way. He will leave me empowered. He will leave me becoming a better person. Okay? Forget about the rest. You will not even notice problems. But when there's a casting down, you'll be saying what? There's a lifting up. When you're obsessed about becoming the ultimate version of yourself, winning, adding value to others, nothing will stop you. Nothing, absolutely nothing will stop you. But you're not obsessed about anything. Common small assignment. Read this book, The Secret of the Millionaire's Mind. Or read, of course, 21 Success Secret by Brian Tracy. Just do introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2. You say, hey, now bro, I go chop. Because you are not even obsessed about adding value to people. Because if you understand that you cannot add value to someone if you are not adding value to yourself, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Remember that. See, you must have value before you can give something. So you must add to yourself. You see, if you don't add value to yourself, you cannot add value to other people. That's the truth about life, because you cannot give what you don't have. Remember, I told you, kind people give kindness, hot people hurt others. People that have love give love. You cannot give what you don't have. So you must put something on the inside to add something to the outside. But someone that is not ready to improve himself, forget about that person. That person is not ready to improve any other person around you. And remember, if you're not adding value to someone else, you cannot have that fulfillment. You must find an industry, find a project, find something that will give you a platform to contribute. I say you must create, connect, and contribute. Then not create, then not connect, then not contribute. This is how to find fulfillment in life. It's help you fulfill your purpose. People will always tell you to slow down when you're obsessed about something, that you're so intense, you are so extreme, you own too much. They will never understand you, because if you're not obsessed about something, you can never improve your standard. You always give excuses for your standard, and you lower your standard whenever challenges comes. And I want to tell you something. There's no way you can become an entrepreneur without not having challenges, because grass is not greener on the other side of life. Grass is only greener when it's being watered. So for you to water that thing, you will be obsessed about it, because you will give excuse one day why you will not go to water it. You will give excuse one day why you will not be committed, why you will not show up. Write down on your notes, very important, so that as you know, I'm running up the class today. Obsession is not a choice, it's a requirement. Obsession is not a choice, it's a requirement. Obsession is not a choice, it's a requirement. It's what will drive you when nothing else can. Obsession is not a choice. That is to move from average to fortune. Obsession is not a choice. You really want to move from average to fortune, obsession is not a choice. It's a requirement. It's what will drive you when nothing else can drive you. It's what will drive you when nothing else is there. It's what will push you when you're already tired, beaten, and broken. Obsession is not a choice, it's a requirement. Full stop. Obsession is what will drive you when nothing else can drive you, comma. It pushes you when you're already tired, beaten, or broken. It makes you relentless. Obsession is not a choice. Obsession is not a choice. Obsession is not a choice. It's a requirement. You want to move from average to fortune, it's a requirement. It's what will drive you when nothing else is driving you. It pushes you when you're already tired, broken, beaten. Full stop. It makes you relentless. Obsession is not a choice. If you want to move from average to fortune, it's not a choice. Obsession is a requirement. It's what will drive you when nothing else is driving you. It pushes you when you're already tired, beaten, and broken. Full stop. It makes you relentless. See, life will beat you. Life will pressure you. Life happens to everybody. Life happens to everybody. Sometimes, maybe someone that just got married and you know what happened, he went to the labor room, he never came out. Life happens. Someone that just traveled, plane crash. Someone that traveled, auto accident. Someone that went to business, he was duped, armed robber. Life happens. Your mama, your great-grandfather died. Things just happen to people. This is how life works. Life happens to everybody. But you know what happened? In your journey of greatness as an entrepreneur, You might try the electric to invent the electric bulb, you will not get it right. You have to keep trying. What will make you keep trying, like Thomas Edison, keep documenting it is obsession. Because when I've given up, documentary says that he tried over 1,000 times. But when they ask him, journalists, okay, you failed 1,000, he said, and they not failed 1,000. I only found 1,000 ways. It never worked out. So you can see what obsession can do to a man. If obsession is not part of Dangote's plan, where Dangote finish borrowing money, build his refinery, fine. Forget what they did with Nigerian CBN, fine and good. When they deny him license, he would have give excuse. I've tried now. I just tried. But he did not do. He keep pushing until he got his license. And now he's now, of course, refinery. Why is adding value to the economy or not? But what I'm trying to lesson is that for you to achieve mastery, for you to actually move from average to fortune, you need a level of obsession. For you to actually improve your standard, you don't want to bend your standard for anyone. You need a level of obsession, because without obsession, you can be easily distracted. Without obsession, you spend your time, energy, and resources on things that does not matter. But if you're obsessed about going to Itam now, no matter what someone is telling you, my way is Itam. So if they come, you say, oh God, hold on. And they come. Yes or yes? Yeah, they now. But you are going nowhere. Everybody becomes JB Junction becomes your junction. Looks like where you are going to. So finding a direction is very, very important. Obsess about achieving your dreams, achieving to become the ultimate version of yourself, creating value, adding is very important, because speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without what? Destination. So obsession is not a choice. It's a requirement for you to move from average to fortune. It's what drives you when nothing else is driving you. It's what pushes you when you are tired, beaten, broken down. It makes you relentless. So when you're obsessed, you give up on everything that doesn't matter. You stop wasting time with people that drain you and put your energy down and distract you. Obsession makes you protect your energy, time, and focus. So the average person accepts everything, wastes his time on television, Netflix, scrolling down, gossiping. That's what the average person does. When you're obsessed, you see the world differently. Oceans becomes an opportunity for you. You see a future with no one is even believing in. You'll be willing to do whatever it takes to make your future a reality. Write down your note, very, very important. Obsession doesn't push you forward. Obsession does not push you forward only, it makes you focus. Obsession does not push you forward only, it makes you focus. Obsession doesn't just push you forward, it makes you focus. You have this lesser jet of target, like the eagle or like the lion that want to get a prey. He targets it. He's so obsessed about getting that animal for his breakfast. He doesn't lose focus. Even though 50 animals pass, he's not losing focus. Obsession does not just push you forward, it makes you focus. You know, the world is full of distractions. That is the thing about it. So it helps you to give you that lesser focus to accept only excellence in your life. Write down your note, very, very important. You will never be great by doing everything at the same time. You will never be great by doing everything at the same time. You only be great by doing one thing better than everyone else. You will never be great by doing everything at the same time. Never be great pursuing two rats at the same time. Carrying two things on your two hands to climb a tree. Never. You cannot be great doing everything at the same time. You will only be great by doing one thing better than everyone else. And what will help you remain in that one thing? Obsession. To become better than everyone else. So you will never be great doing everything at the same time. You will only be great doing one thing better than anyone else. Of course, if I mention Nelson Mandela, you know him for something. Mark Zuckerberg, you know him for something. Bill Gates, you know him for something. Of course, all these men, they know them for something. That doesn't mean that they don't do other things. But that one thing is that excellence they attach to the obsess about becoming better, and that thing makes him stand out. So I keep saying obsession is a secret weapon that the world doesn't talk about enough, because it makes you give 110% even though you are giving 100% already. Obsession makes you stronger and make you develop a tough skin and prepare you for you to grind through the process. People that are obsessed burn out and are not even quitting, even when they encounter bumps on their journey. If you quit on your calling, that means you are not really committed in the first place. Obsession means you stop making excuses. Write down on your note, very, very important. Obsession means you stop making excuses and you stop telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes. Obsession means you stop making excuses, you stop telling yourself you are not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I don't have money, I don't have this, I'm too weak for that. So obsession means you stop making excuses and you stop telling yourself negative things. I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I don't have money, I don't have this. Obsession makes you stop giving excuses. When you're obsessed about something, money is not even a problem. I'm telling the truth. Not even bother you. That thing meant the important thing. If you're obsessed about something, you can trade from here to time. You don't even know you don't reach it. Now, because you know they're obsessed about that, let me give a complaint. Obsession means you stop making excuses. You stop telling yourself negative things. I'm not good enough. I cannot do it. I told you, statement closes the mind. Questions open the mind. Poor people make negative statements about themselves. We poor masses, I'm not good enough. No, don't say that thing. Because it shows that you have what they call identity crisis. You have a wrong identity about yourself. Putting a wrong label on yourself is a very wrong thing. Some people carry big label on their shoulder. We poor masses, we are from poor home, we are broke people. Nothing good happened to us. No, there's a very wrong badge on yourself. You have to have a good badge and say we are successful. Touch us again, say I'm a success. Touch yourself, a millionaire. Thank you so much. So write this down, you know, very important. When you're obsessed, you don't make excuses, you make progress. When you're obsessed, write again. Even if you repeat 50 times, write again. When you're obsessed, you don't make excuses, you only make progress. In fact, there's a law of progress says that you don't celebrate for too long, you don't regret for too long, always ask what next. That's the law of progress. It's a law. Don't celebrate for too long, don't regret for too long, always ask what next. When you're obsessed, you don't make excuses, you make progress. That's what happened. When you're obsessed about something, you don't make excuses, you make progress. Because it's not going to be easy. Life was not going to be easy. You're meant to be stronger. If you are stronger, better than life, that's when you win. Because hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. When you are weak, you make excuse for everything. And it's very bad because obsession forces you to act, to move, to take calculated risks. Stop procrastinating and stop doubting yourself. Obsession requires you to make sacrifices, even when it's hard, to fulfill your mission and your calling while you are sent on earth. So don't be obsessed with material things. Rather, be obsessed by becoming the ultimate version of yourself to build an empire, organization, company, product, or services value that will outlive you. That's a legacy you leave behind. Because a good man leaveth inheritance to his children. Obsession is a fire that pushes you to outrun everyone else around you. Don't apologize for your obsession. Own it, feel it, smell it, speak it into existence. If you lose your obsession, you lose your chance to greatness. Write it down on your note. If you lose obsession, you lose your chance to greatness. If you lose obsession, you lose your chance to greatness. No man becomes great without obsession. That is the thing. If you lose obsession, if you don't find something to be obsessed with, okay, you've lost all your chance to become great in this life. If you lose your obsession, you lose your chance to greatness. Oh, see, you cannot become great at something you're not obsessed with. You cannot. So I say you should be obsessed about becoming the ultimate version of yourself, producing values, product to contribute, leave something behind. If you lose your obsession, if you lose energy to act to make something better, an interest to better, an organization better, to establish, of course, some level of credibility on earth, you lose your chance to greatness. So greatness is not optional because it fulfills your calling, fulfills your reason why you are still living. So let's round this class up. Write down your notes. Your life doesn't change because you receive trainings and teachings. Your life changes because you act on the instructions. Your life does not change because you receive trainings and teachings. Your life changes when you act on the right instructions. So all the right instructions from the training, act on them. Because life doesn't pay you for having knowledge. Life pays you for applying the knowledge. Your life does not change because you receive trainings and teachings. Your life only changes when you act on the right instructions. Your life does not change because you receive trainings and teachings. Your life only changes when you act on the right instruction, because the world does not pay you for having knowledge. The world pays you for applying the knowledge. So for your standard over goals, putting standard over your goals, or for you to receive pains that first change, action beats perfection. Don't wait for perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Success always leave clues. Find mentors, find entrepreneurs who are successful, and of course, copy their ethics, copy their discipline, and then be obsessed about the processes, because you always win. Because people that went from nothing to everything, from broke to billionaires, become obsessed to become great. They actually passes through difficult and challenging things, because the world doesn't reward wishes thinkers. Rather, they reward those who act on the right instructions. So today, I'm here to let you know that you cannot move from average to a fortune. You cannot move from average to whatever you desire without not setting standards for yourself, because every organization have their standard. Do banks have time they open office and when they close? Yes. Do bank have job description for even the security man and even everybody in the bank? Yes. Do they have standard operating procedures? I call them SOP, standard operating procedure for everybody. They have DMO, daily method operation. They have what they call KPI, key performance indicators. These are all standards. We call them controls. They're not control. So you don't control your businesses, it's because you're a weak person. You don't put control in your family, you're a weak person. So you don't need to, but no need to come and cry why things are not working. Things doesn't work for people that don't have control. See, there's nothing as good as leadership because everything rises and falls on leadership. There's no two ways about it. So you don't stand on your feet. Okay, that feet was meant for you to stand on. In fact, help me tell your neighbor, a child that is afraid to fall will never walk. Tell your neighbor, but he that has brain, sense is expected. Sense no they just come because you get brain. Sense no fit come say you get brain. You get brain, I know. But sense must be put. How you get sense? Now to act. Get instruction and act on it. And the sky will be your starting point. So we are already 9 o'clock here. So the class is 8 to 9. We are already eaten our time already for today. But for tomorrow, tell me about tomorrow. I have some very important class for you that will help you begin to take the first steps or second or third step to be able to manifest the world you truly desire. Because the world we live, of course, obey by principles. The world we live, obey by principles. The world we live obeys by laws. Laws guides wealth. What did I say? Laws always guide wealth. So if you want to be wealthy, find the laws that governs wealth and begin to follow the laws. Find the principles that governs wealth. Begin to follow the principles instead of doing trial by error. You're going to save 5 years. You're going to save 20 years. You're going to shrink it to 6 months, shrink it to 3 months because you humble yourself to pass through the process. The process was never to kill you, but to make you stronger. That's why I want to encourage all my online community. Please don't get involved in a business without a mentor because mentorship is the legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now. So all of us, thank you so much.